88% of organizations are using AI, and 80% say efficiency is their top priority, but almost none are achieving it. When AI agents work together, they make dozens of LLM calls per task, and developers have no way to see the waste hidden inside. Duplicate calls, overpriced models, and bloated prompts. We built AgentScore to find it. Now let me show you how. Here's an example multi-agent workflow. Multiple agents working together to plan a trip to Tokyo. You import our callback handler and you pass it to your lane chain model and every call gets captured automatically. No changes to your code. You just add our handler and it's easy as that. Let's run it. All right, everything's being captured and now let's go to the dashboard. All right, 22 calls were captured. We can see all the calls, general overview, and see all the calls that were captured through our SDK. Now let's pass our calls to Gemini. The entire workflow trace, every prompt, every response, all cost data just went to Gemini in a single API call. We're using the million token context window to analyze all 22 calls at once. That's what makes this possible. Gemini sees the full picture in one pass. It's looking for three types of waste we call the three sins: redundant calls, agent asking the same question in different words, model overkill, expensive models doing cheap tasks, and prompt bloat, calls stuff with context that was never needed. Every finding gets a confidence score, and we only surface what's above 0.7. Existing tools can log your calls and show you what you spent, but they can't tell you what you should have spent, and that's what Gemini enables. All right, and now here we go. We got an efficiency score of about 29 out of 100. Our workflow was saving $11.75 if you implement the fixes that we provide. Let's go see the sins that we and issues that we found, and we can look into more detail. We can see that for redundant calls, both calls were semantically identical. We just provide a code fix that you can apply to your existing workflow. And then same thing with model overkill. This task was a simple validation. We don't need as much expensive of a model, so we can apply a code fix that we suggest. And then we can also see a prompt bloat. We can see that the prompt includes available flights, context repeated 10 times. We don't need 615 tokens, we only need 15, and here's a suggested fix. Now, if we were to scale our workflow, we can see there is, if we're saving $11.75 per run, we're saving about $35,000 a month. Yearly, we're saving over $400,000 a year. Now, if you want to look more specifically and look into each of the calls and get more in specific details, we can look at the call trace over here. And yeah, that's our product. Agent Score finds the waste your agents are finding and shows you exactly how to fix it. Thank you.